Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today my wife and I are going to do a two-player playthrough of Orleans Invasion, the co-op version. Yes, finally! Sorry this took so long, we were covered in Gloomhaven. So what I'm going to do in this video, just like always, I'll show you how to set it up. This will be real quick. Then if you just want to see the playthrough, feel free to check out the video below and you can see our two-player playthrough of the Invasion version. Alright, thanks so much for watching. One of the differences with the co-op version is this additional board. This board gives you 4 actions that you normally can't have in any of the other Orleans games. The top one is transport. You can transport 1 to 3 goods either up to the castle or to a fellow teammate. The second, the craft guild, you can do the same thing except for money, but it's 1 to 4 coins of money. Hostel is kind of interesting. So for Hostel, you have to place a monk there, and then you have to leave one other character in your supply that's not a starting character. And when you activate the Hostel, you can give that character that is on your market, you can give that worker or character to another player, and they can immediately place it on your board. Hopefully Monica and I use that once or twice so you can see how that works. The final action on this co-op board is the Palatinate action. This action, you will place 2 of any type of worker there, and you can activate, when you activate this, you will actually activate a spot on your teammate's board. So for an example, if Monica had filled up the craft guild, so she had a knight and any other character there, she would give those characters up, but then I would get to put the coins either to her or into the castle. So you're basically activating something on someone else's board. But that's going to be the only difference on the player board for the co-op version. For the worker setup, what you're going to do is you're going to, if you're playing a 2-player version, you'll take out 4 of the craftsmen, boatmen, trader, and the farmers. The rest of them you'll get to use. And you'll take out 6 of the monks, the knights, and the scholars, and the rest of them that you can use. Each player count will be slightly different. Over here on the right, this map, what you're going to do is the same thing you did before, setting up all of the goods randomly on the board. Somebody asked me about how you do that with the deluxe version because the items are different sizes, and what we try and do is we just put them in a bag that we can't see through. We just grab with our hands and then just start dropping goods on the board to try and be as mostly random as possible. It's not exact, but it is what it is. You also will remove 12 of the goods randomly for a 2-player game. You'll remove 6 for a 3-player game, and for 4 or 5 you won't remove any. Also, you might see these little items or little tokens on the outside 13 cities. What those are is we have to create a trading post at all of those outside locations to protect Orleans. Now, in a 2-player game, some of them are already built, and you can see those blue trading posts. Neither of us are blue, so that blue trading post is just there to as a placeholder, making it a little bit easier because doing 13 is a ton. So we have to go to the remaining, I think there's 7 blank ones, and we have to go to those remaining ones and build a trading post in those locations. Also, it's hard to see, but there is 1 citizen tile in LeBlanc. And so there is a potential of being able to just get yourself to LeBlanc and you get to obtain a citizen tile. Yes! Next, you're going to be placing a total of 15 citizen tiles. In the deluxe version, they only give you 14 deluxe citizens, so that's the reason why you're seeing the one in LeBlanc is actually from the expansion. Looks kind of tiny compared to the other ones. But so these are how you're going to set them up. Most of them are in the regular spots. The only unusual ones that you're going to see are the one on the farmers area. You can actually get a citizen tile if you get all the farmers all the way to the end. So if someone gets to the end of that track. Also, if you use up all of the wheat, the cheese, or the wine, if any of those piles are empty, then you would be able to grab one of those citizen tiles. There's also an extra board. This is a co-op board. There's going to be 2 of them, and I'll show you in a second. And one of those co-op boards actually has different ways you can get citizen tiles. A total of 5 of them. Here are the two co-op invasion specific boards that you're going to use during the game. The one on the right is just providing you with additional ways that you can obtain citizen tiles. Think of it as the good deeds board in the competitive or the solo versions, okay? If you fill up any of those tracks, so like the top one, if you get one of each different type of worker, you get a citizen tile. The one below it, you've got to get, I think, what is it, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 farmers. Then you can get a citizen tile. You can also get 3 wool and 3 brocade. That gets you a tile. Or 10 gold. That's going to get you a tile. Or 5 extra technology tokens. That's going to get you a tile. Or a citizen tile. Yeah. So those are different ways to get citizen tiles. And why does that matter? Why do you need citizen tiles in a co-op game? Well, the board on the left tells you exactly what we need to do to win the co-op game. It is hard. So in a 2-player game, the first thing that we'll need to complete, and we don't need to complete these in order, but these are our 6 objectives. Our first one is we're going to need to place 5 knights on the board up top. Second, we're going to have to be able to get 7 citizen tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, we're also going to have to put 30 gold into the, I don't know what you would call it, into the castle. We also need to fill the warehouse. Now, in the 2-player game, we're going to need to get 6 pieces of grain, 3 pieces of cheese, and 3 wine. We also are going to need to do the trading posts on the outer rim of the board. That's what this objective 5 is. And then last is we also have to complete our personal objective. And this is what makes this game awesome. We all are going to have our own personal objective. If we can do that in the 18 rounds, so in a 2-player you have 18 rounds. If you can do that in the 18 rounds, first of all, you're awesome. We've only done it, I think, twice. And second of all, you win the game. So let's go and look at the individuals that you could, the people that you can potentially be and then have your personal objective. So the game comes with a total of 9 different people you can be. 5 of them are considered the easier version, and 4 of them are considered the harder version. What Monica and I are going to do is, because we have already won when both of us have done easy, we want to make it a little bit harder. Why not, right? Monica is going to choose an easy one, and I'm going to choose a hard one. So Monica chose, and she's going to do the general. And I chose, and I'm going to do the mayor. So let's look at those 2 specifically. Let's first talk about Monica, because why not? Ladies first. She's going to be the general. What she's going to have to do is she has 2 objectives. One is she's going to have to get to the end of the knight's track. That means she'll be drawing 8 around, and she should be able to get one of those citizen tiles. Yes. Okay. She also is going to have to put 4 technology tokens on her board. So those technology tokens, if you remember or if you've seen any of the other playthroughs, they block additional spots on your board and makes it easier for you to activate more actions. I'm going to be the mayor. The mayor needs to get 2 of his own citizen tiles. What that means is we're going to have to get a total of 9 citizen tiles out of 15. That's going to be hard, but we'll try and do it. And I have to have 10 gold at the end, which that really shouldn't be that bad. I mean, just means that we're essentially going to have 40 gold in total instead of 30. Not terrible. But those are the 2 that we're going to do. In this version of the game, we actually will have random event tiles, unlike the solo versions. So what we have is a bunch of different co-op event tiles. They're totally different from the regular competitive ones. I shouldn't say totally. A lot of them actually are the same, but some are different. You're going to do, for a 2-player game, 9 A tiles. So those will be the easier, maybe even helpful events. And then 8 of the B tiles, which might be a little bit harder, and then 1 C tile. And that's going to get you a total of 18 rounds. If you're playing with 4 or 5 players, you're going to actually only have 17 rounds. So you're going to have 1 less round because you have more people. Apparently it's going to be easier. No, it's not. But so what we're going to do is we're going to randomly draw from these piles, set up the events tile deck. There are some that have a lightning bolt on them. They're considered hard. We're not going to put those in. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier since I'm playing a harder personal goal. Last but certainly not least, we have our place tiles. So you're not going to be using all of them. You're only going to use a certain amount of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. If we use them, which I'm sure we will, we'll show you those ones. But in the instruction booklet, they tell you specifically which ones to pull out and which ones to use. Just know that the way they do it is pretty terrible. They mix and match the 2-player and the 1-player. It's really annoying. 2-player and 1-player, not the 2-player and 1-player, the level 2s and the level 1s. So you're trying to find different ones as you're going through. It's kind of annoying, but they're still there. So there's going to be a ton of them that you can use. You just can't use all of them. And that, my fellow geeky friends, that is the setup for the Orleans invasion. You'll each start with 5 coins, just like the normal game, and I'm going to be black, Monica is going to be green. Hope you guys enjoy the playthrough, and thanks so much for watching.